Audience, welcome back. This is King Arthur Pendragon 5.2, the Great Pendragon Campaign, episode 65. I am your narrator, APGamingREAL, and I am joined by BigSpoon as Kendric of Pitton, Glimo as Elffin of Laverton, and GrimDarkJames as Blodwyn of Shrewton. This is going to be a 2-hour episode, which means when we come to the break, it will be accurate for me to say that this is the halfway point, or whatever it is I normally fuck up and bumble on. Meanwhile, you all have entered the year 513. The court is at Leicester, and you know that there are big moves underway, especially with the dispatch of the armies of King Pellinor and his brother King Pellis to Arthur's court. That means that the battle will not be in the north this year. The battle will be in the south. Otherwise, why have the Northerners come down?
Yeah,
Two events occur. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said that would be just silly.
Yes. I mean, there's so much paperwork involved. The armies meet at last.
Before the armies?
Yes.
Since I've had a couple of weeks to think about it, I have a name for my new magic sword.
A name for the cursed sword?
A cursed sword.
You can't draw unless your cause is completely just?
Yes.
Very well.
It is, let me make sure I pronounce it right. Justitiae causa.
And this means what in
Latin,
which language?
It is Latin for the sake of justice.
Ooh, wow. This guy uncursing his sword and making it into a magic enchanted sword.
It absolutely is not for great justice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the Democratic Republic of North Korea. It's neither democratic nor a republic.
Incredible. What a commentary on modern politics. Meanwhile, in the past, armies meet in the field near Castle Terrabil, located in Cameliard, northwest of Stafford. The rebel army of the north moves southward, matched by Arthur's counter movements. Two events occur that are very important. The night before the battle, all of you are in the Arthur's camp. Two knights, unrecognized by the guards, approach with hoods on and turn over a prisoner. Battered and bloody King Rions is received by the Pendragon and is clamped into irons since he refuses to surrender honorably. Revealing themselves, the two knights who have captured him ask a boon of the king. They wish pardons for their behavior. For you see, these two knights are Sir Balin of the Two Swords and Sir Balin of the Two Swords and his brother, Sir Balin. He just doesn't have an extra name. Sorry, I messed it up again. I was right the first time. It's Balin of the Two Swords and Balin, who has no extra names because he's not fancy like that. They ask for pardons and are immediately asked to remove their swords and armor. And Arthur declares that from now on, there will be no more visitors received in his camp or courts with hoods on. First it was no swords ever, and now it's no hoods ever. He's tired of mysterious visitors showing up. Next we get Merlin Cam. The morning of the battle, Merlin, riding astride a elk, appears before King Lot and surrounds his army with a magical barrier. And King Lot immediately storms out of his tent and says, "This is it, Merlin. For the last time, you've meddled with my affairs. You're not locking us in here with us. You're locking me in here with you." Merlin says, "Hold. I would entreat with you, King Lot. I speak of a tool of legacy. Your thoughts and strategy preserved forever in your own voice into the future. Have you not considered so many men come to you with problems, begging for your solutions, and yet they do not listen when you offer aid of your wise counsel? What if I were to amplify your voice across the camp while we sat and talked for a while about various subjects, and then ensured that your voice would echo not just in space, but also forward into time, so that future generations could hear your thoughts, casting them forward? King Lot stops for a moment, stroking at his beard, and says, well, I do like talking about things, and I also have a lot to say that no one ever hears about me. Merlin says, why not now? Tell us about kingship. And King Lot's like, well, fine. There's a lot to go about rulership in the north. Loyalty, betrayal, loneliness. Fascinated by the discussion, thousands of his troops all turn and begin to listen to the world's first historical podcast. As Merlin and Lot are now locked inside of a magical bubble, talking about kingship. Meanwhile, enraged that his elder brother, King Ryons, has been captured, and incensed that his ally, King Lot, is absent, and fired by the impetuousness of his own youth, Sir Nero leads half the rebel army against King Arthur. Now, I know that Spoon has a good battle score, and we've continuously established that Arthur does not have a good battle score. Another thing to keep in mind is that Sir Nero has an excellent battle score, and also the other commanders on this field of the Vanguard and Rearguard have much better battle scores than Arthur's chief commanders, who are extremely glorious individuals of high social status, and that is why they're being given their role, not necessarily because they are the best at battling. Meanwhile, King Lot's commanders are top-notch, absolutely the best.
But I want to point out, though, that Arthur can't get checks if he doesn't roll the skill, so...
I understand. You have to get better at something by doing things.
Yeah.
Arthur outnumbers his foe, but Sir Nero is inspired by his love of family, making him absolutely insane. Very well. Both armies arouse early, and battle joins immediately after first light. The absence of King Lot and his troops is noted. The battle size is huge. The length of the first part of this battle is 7 rounds. You may, during the course of play, initiate the special battle events. If you do so, your opponent can be Sir Nero, who is the son of a giant and a sorceress.
To Nero the Blade.
What? I've never heard of such a man.
2 human hands.
The greatest gunman of all times. A man whose last name is the Blade. Also, don't forget, he's a baron as well. You dishonor him by not giving him neither sir nor lordship title, is all I'm saying. All right, let's see here. Get this battle table open, all the battling stuff here. Mm-hmm. We know how many rounds it's going. We know that there is a outnumbered boost for the battalion commander. Your first charge is successful. And each knight taking part in the first charge fights an opposed resolution using lance. Very well. So for your first opponent, I've already rolled all of them. You are going up against a group called the Alban Vanguard Reserve. These are warriors with spears and swords and extremely paltry armor, no shields. They seem to be very poor, just infantrymen that they are throwing in front of the battleway. They are not knights, so you get a +5, -5 bonus for charge. And you also get the +5, -5 for first charge, right? Am I crazy? Do those stats?
Yeah, so we'd get +5 for charging and then +5 for being mounted, and they get -5
-5 for being on foot. Yeah,
Yes.
so we get a total plus 10, they get a total of -5.
Great. I also need a list of any followers that you are bringing into this battle. If you are bringing any, you don't have to. No one's making you.
I'm just bringing me.
Okay.
Yeah, me, myself, and I.
Kendric would bring his household knights and his vassals.
How many knights and vassals is that?
So that's going to be a total of. So that's. He's got a total of 18.
18 knights. Okay.
18 knights.
Hey, I want to be clear. I've just checked Twitch chat. King Lot is not a manosphere podcaster, all right? He's a kingship podcaster.
I see,
all right?
I see.
He's here to talk about the burden of command upon good and holy kings.
And then, so what did I say? Did I say 19?
18? I heard 18 knights.
I'll bring another 2 Knights of the Bright Lance to make it an even 20.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to roll 3 d20s. Let's go around the clock. So this is going to be against James, Glimo, and BigSpoon. We are looking at 9, 5, and 2, which are all successful hits with the -5 built in.
I am going to impassion loyalty, Arthur.
Cool.
I critical my lance.
That is a success.
James, you are 9 versus 9, so
Yes.
you are whatchamacallit.
My lance is broken.
And so is his.
Crit.
Well, I want to say, is he using a sword or?
No, he's using a spear.
Oh, then nothing happens. Yeah,
Okay.
weapon's only broken if it's against the sword.
Okay. Yep. Yes. As I mentioned, these are just guys with sticks meant to tie you down early while you get exhausted. Kendric.
Yep.
Show me your
Critical.
moves. And also Glimo, show me your moves.
37 points of damage.
All right,
42
Glimo,
points
you're
of
aware that
damage.
you're locking in loyalty Arthur for spear for the whole battle.
Yes.
Okay, so you won't be able to switch to that with sword.
Yes.
Okay, got it. You both obliterate these gentlemen.
And a 12d6 critical will do that to you.
Yeah. Okay, this says glory for this part of the battle will be 60 around. And then I'm getting my chart set up here. See, Blodwyn gets what, half for
A draw. Isn't it half for a loss? I'm not sure.
got a charts for the battle. Calculate glory. Partial success is 1, so you get 60, I guess, because you were successful. And then we had critical success. You both had a critical success, correct? Yes. Great.
Correct.
You guys get 120 for the first round. Your knights ride with you into the Albin Vanguard Reserve, and it goes exactly how you would think for... I mean, you guys are wearing the latest in armor. It is basically a heavy night charge into an unprepared infantry reserve being sent out to draw you out, and you and your knights flying V blow through them out the other side in a very Total War move. Let's talk about followers' fate on this. The only one who has to roll followers' fate is, of course, our battle commander for your for your company. You need to make a battle roll.
That is a success.
Success means 10% losses, 2% killed, 8% wounded, which in this case means that 2 knights are removed for wounds.
Yep.
Ooh. You we're not retreating, routing, or pursuing. I am now going to ask for a battle roll to prep you for this round of attack.
Thing. Also a success.
Very well. Roll a 3d6.
15.
Unmodified 15. The enemy pulls away. Let's see what that allows you for.
Action to their backs, double damage.
You are mounted.
Mhm.
Your upcoming enemy who has been rolled is unmounted. Based on your success, you can engage, disengage, withdraw to the rear.
We will engage.
Very well. You continue to ride around the edge of the battle. This is, 30 minutes later. Your troops have had time to get fresh weapons, clean off your armor, get some water, take a look from a nearby hill. The heralds are all writing down everything that's happening. You guys get brief interviews. I know this sounds crazy, but this is historically accurate. Like, you get interviewed in between your battle so that, the people that you slaughtered are correctly written down, just in case you kill someone important and you need to get your battle accolades or ransom from their family or something like that. And then you see a mercenary group called Perth's Band begin to make their way to the foot of your hill. You ride down upon them. They are also infantry warriors with spears. They have side swords as well, and they are preparing themselves with the spears. They are also wearing only the lightest of furs, no shield, and woad paint across them. You could see that they have like a big blue and white double slash as their banner as they make their way towards you.
Does this count as a charge since they were retreating?
No, that's the last group
Okay.
was retreating. This is not a charge.
Oh, okay.
But they are still infantry on foot, so you still get your +5, -5 for all that noise. The 11 is a failure. That means Blodwyn is uncontested, and then with a 2 and a 1, it would be very difficult for Kendric or Elffin to fail, but let's see what happens.
I am staying with Lance.
I'm going to try Loyalty
Sorry.
Arthur. Slow.
I'm going to go ahead and switch to sword. Oof.
You just fumble Loyalty Arthur?
Yeah, but it's a low passion though, so I don't think it has. Let me see if there's a consequence to that.
And passion just goes down.
Yikes. You're not feeling it this battle. In fact, you're out here going very Oh, would you like to use any of the alternate passion failure rules that I introduced?
What were they again?
Let me see.
So
They're pinned.
The main one that you might be interested in battle is Fae. In this case, it'd be Fae She Seemed. If used in combat, you immediately abandon any sense of restraint and ride out to lock yourself in combat until your stamina or blood run out. You must form your own unit for battle, although your current unit may ride with you and accept you as the new leader. You will pursue the enemy and seek out special battles at every opportunity and engage enemy unit leaders if available. Once the rounds of battle end, any allies in the area can attempt to subdue you using the normal madness/melancholy rules, with the understanding that you are deadly armed. If they fail to do so, you alone continue to pursue the enemy through retreat to their camp. If you are mortally wounded or perish while under the effect of Fae She Seemed, gain 1,000 glory. If used otherwise, cease whatever other activities you are involved in.
That's
you are
for
inspired.
non-combat. This is for
sorry.
the
Yeah.
non-combat.
So basically, you go berserk.
No, that's not Blodwyn style. Definitely not.
You can go. You'll find I'm full of surprises. If you want to do the opposite, it basically lets you take the passion of the opposite of whatever Loyalty Arthur is. So I suppose Loyalty King Lot.
It also says yeah. So I mean, what I'll do, because with that one, like my loyalty will go down by 1 regardless. I think.
Sure.
And I think then I like the idea that you take up you drop whatever, you use a different skill. So I guess I'm too focused on the lance charge we did, so I don't switch to my sword. I stick with lance the whole time.
Oh, okay. All right. Very well. Surprising. Show me your lance/spear expertise, or whatever we're gonna call what you're doing. And then looks like Kendric critical, Glimo got a success as well, and you also got a success. So all of three of you are rolling damage versus a normal human.
25.
36.
11.
Several end up wounded. Only Kendrick's ends up dead. And again, this is heavily armed men on horseback rolling through a bunch of guys with sticks, trying to hold you off. And it's not like you ride directly into them, right? Like, you're waiting until they're distracted and riding around at the side, you know. Or you're scaring the first line of orcs off at the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and they throw their sticks down and flee. Yeah. Great, cool. Follower's Fate, if you would, please.
That is a success.
Cool. 10% of 18 is another 2 knights who are wounded. Cool. Battle roll, if you would, please. My good man, for our third round of the melee.
Another success.
Another success. 3d6 roll with no modifier.
Right up. Ooh, that's a 9.
9. Here, it could go either way. You have no modifier on the battle roll at the end, or any of that jibber jabber. Sorry, you had a 15 on the last one, right? So you had a +5 to your battle, which would have made your roll a crit on Follower's Fate, would it have not?
Yes, it would have.
Yes, it would have. Which means that you lost nothing and you gain 1 enemy of appropriate rank for every 5 subordinates.
So I gained.
They are
what, 3?
They're mercenaries. They're not worth anything.
Yeah,
they literally have no value to you.
I gained 3 new peasants for my village.
I mean, armed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Armed Northmen, sure. You have a normal round. You are against White Douglas's bowmen. Your group is riding out against a group of bowmen. They have a white banner with a blue fist in the middle of it. And I believe the way arrows work now is they shoot at you first, and then you roll over them, and they don't get a defense roll.
Yeah, well, they have the choice. They can either shoot or flee.
They are shooting.
Yeah.
These are good men who are trained for this combat specifically and loyal to their lord. You can tell that they are filled with grit. You're about an hour into the combat when you're coming up against these guys, and you can see that their arrows are starting to run low. They have not been silent during this battle, continuing to rain down arrows at all comers. They are not wearing any armor. In fact, they're just wearing normal field clothing. And with the varying degrees of their bows, you get the idea that these men are mostly hunters by trade in their day-to-day. Simple peasants rather than noblemen of any birth. So White Douglas's men are going to open up in short order on all of you. That is a success on Blodwyn and misses on Kendric and... Oh, Glimo, I keep forgetting your character. Elffin. Thank you. Completely lost the plot there.
I am.
Bow is 3d6 damage. There's a fair shot. It's not even going to hurt you.
Wow.
Your
It does have
shield,
it.
you raise your shield while charging forward with your spear, and full on, just the arrow deflects off and away from you. You feel the pressure on your arm, and you hear the sound clang, but it just rolls through you as you continue your charge. All three of you get completely uncontested attack rolls.
Success.
Yes.
Other than my one crit fail, I've rolled 4, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. All
Sorry,
three of you are
3,
rolling
2, 1,
damage.
2, sorry.
16.
This is a
13.
system where rolling low isn't, bad. No kills here, surprisingly. You do leave a number of damaged men behind you as White Douglas's bowmen get bowled over. You certainly aren't letting them say that they got the better of you, for sure. Can I get that follower's fate roll?
Absolutely. That is a success.
Tis but a humble success, in which case those two wounded knights are joined by a second pair of wounded knights. We are now rotating back to the top. Your battle roll, if you please.
Success.
And a 3d6 for your battle chart. That's
13.
a 13. That is better than normal. The enemy battalions are confused. You have a +5 on your battle skill going forward at the end. And
Okay.
you have the choice of engaging, disengaging, or withdrawing to the rear. I guess I always forget to ask you this. It feels like you just always engage. So
Yeah, we're going to keep after him.
you
Keep
keep
engaging.
after White Douglas's bowmen, and you run right into Red Douglas's archers. His uncle and neighbor, Red Douglas from the cadet branch, also have archers, and they are going to unload on your unit as well. Nope, that's the wrong roll. That's not 3d20. That is a miss, hit, miss, and the I'm doing it on the overlay, so that is a hit on Elffin for 10
That's fine.
damage,
You
which
can
means
take
it does
the 10.
not hit you. Yes.
Correct.
You as well take the hit not on your shield, because your shield doesn't have 10 armor. Instead, it hits you on your chainmail, and it slides over your shoulder, and you go, "Argh!" And it hurts briefly, and probably there's going to be a mark there. But yeah, they'll have a cool pressure scar of some kind. You'll be able to tell your kids, this is where I broke my collarbone at the fields of Carleon. Yep. Okay.
terrible.
Yes, as James has noted, completely uncontested counter roll.
Great.
Great. Awesome. Super
Success.
cool. Great.
$48 damage.
Okay, he dies. As they say, if he dies, he's dead.
Dang, dude. 3 1s, 13 damage.
Brutal. What's it like being so bad at damage? You ride into Red Douglas's men and knock more of them on their ass. More of these archers are being harassed. It might not be the best use of your unit, but certainly you are having the better of your enemy here. Please roll for followers' fates at a +5.
That is a critical.
Very well. You capture useless archers.
Yep,
from the
more
north.
useless bowmen.
Indeed. This round you are facing off against Kelly's Riders, who are led by Sir Owen Dalen of 1,000 Lakes. These are knights, they are mounted, and they have the opportunity to go against a battle commander. Your battle roll, if you please.
Success.
And your 3d6.
13.
Very well. I think it's the opposite. I think I ask you for the 3d6 first, and then I ask you for the battle.
Yeah, I was
roll.
gonna say, it
Yeah,
feels like
it hasn't mattered because it's never
Yeah.
pushed you into a critical.
Right.
13 is a +5 on your following roll. And would anyone like to engage with the unit commander, Sir Owen Dalen?
I would,
Very well.
unless
No, go for it.
These are poor knights. They have armor dating back dozens of years. They are mounted on roundseas and yew swords. The men are old and small, withered with age. They hold up the banner of Kelly's riders, and Sir Owen Dalen points his sword across the battlefield and says, I hear that the man who commands the loyalty of Sir Seath, the Sinister, is at this battle. Mad Wolf, we are of an age. Engage with me, Sir Owen Dalen of 1,000 Lakes.
I'll just shout, come on then.
Okay. The two of you ride towards each other. He poetically and you tersely. Great, super cool.
As he is my first knightly opponent of this battle, can I impassion honor?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a success.
Great, that's awful for me. All 3 of those are a hit, and that is actually a critical on Elffin.
Oh, that's not good.
Please make your
I only got a
rolls.
success, so that's gonna hurt.
Yes, it will. Except they're old men. Unfortunately for Blodwyn, she's also going to take a hit. That's a partial success. Elffin also gets a partial success. And then Kendric has a victorious success. Not critical. It's going to
Terrible
be
damage, though.
8d6 on Elffin.
Yep.
29 damage.
So 8 goes through.
Yeah. I believe that is enough also for a horsemanship check.
Damage. Is it more than twice your knockdown?
My knockdown is 18, so no.
No, it's not. No, okay.
So does that mean I don't need the horsemanship?
No, it means you do have to make a horsemanship check. If it was double, you would automatically be thrown. Great.
I succeed.
Cool. Go ahead and check mark horsemanship. And you know what? Now that I'm mentioning it, Glimo checkmark spear, James also checkmark lance, and then Kendric checkmark sword, because you guys have certainly earned it so far.
Yeah. I've critical sword already.
This isn't a mortal, or not a mortal wound, a major wound for you,
No.
Sir Elffin? Very well.
Only 8, no.
I am still at 25 hit points.
Lady Blodwyn, 16 points of damage, which I believe you ablate through use of shield and armor and
Yes.
faith.
I don't get chivalry because I claim the gentleman's bonus. So.
Gentle.
But we still have good enough armor that still doesn't do
Yes,
anything.
your advanced armor. You clash with Sir Owen Dalen to no effect as the two of you circle each other for a few minutes, swords clashing together. You have seen a superior swordsman. You have seen the thrusting, daring actions of Sir Pellinor, and this man is no sword master like that. He uses wild, wide, almost saber-ish to our eyes cuts, trying to batter at your armor from a distance to little effect. You indeed return a number of strikes at him, which he also is unaffected by. I'm sorry, he is mildly affected by them. He has 16 armor, which means you have 1 damage that goes through. You chip part of one of the rings of his mail shirt, and it scratches his cheek, and he goes, "Ah! First blood to you, sir! Kelly's riders, away!" And then he circles his sword over his head, and his unit moves on in the order of battle. Please roll at a +5 your battle skill for follower's fate.
That is just a regular success.
16 knights still brings you another 2 wounded. You are now down to 14 followers.
Yep.
You will next be engaging with Seaforce Bloody Swords, led by Sir Daeron, a man of Orkney. These are ordinary knights on chargers with the armor of yesterwar's tidings.
Sorry, what was our leader's name?
Sir Drayron, Man of Orkney. I will put it in the Roll20 chat. Would anyone like to engage with Drayron? Well, you know what? Actually, before that, we do need to roll for your 3d6. Let's do that, because you might get special event. But
7. Not a special.
Not good, actually.
Nope.
Your battalion is
It's a
surrounded, you get a
-5 now,
-5. Please make that battle roll at a -5.
Ooh, I fumbled the battle roll.
Fumbled battle roll. Absolutely. Unit is engaged disadvantagedly. Suffer -5 on weapon rolls. Great. Would anyone like to engage Sir Drayron in single combat?
Yes, I would.
Very well. He is
and
riding
I feel
a
like that's where the fumble comes from. Is Kendric is being caught up in personal glory a little bit.
You notice that all of C4's bloody swords have a line of red paint along the back edge of their... They only have single-edged swords along the front. The back edge is painted red, and they all hold them forth at the same time as they start charging towards your units. The heralds nearby are like, they have to have practiced that. It was so... The formation is so good. Cool. All right. That is success, failure. And that failure is versus Kendric.
I think I beat his success, though, with a 5 versus
Indeed,
a 2.
you did, sir.
These guys are mounted?
They are mounted knights.
Okay. I beat his success.
Very well.
I'm more successful with my
owe me some
success.
damage.
There we go.
Whoa. 17.
20 for me.
Dame Blodwyn will deal no damage. Elffin will deal 1 point of damage, and Kendric will deal a small amount of damage. You and Drayron clash for a few minutes. He has this way of fighting where he puts his left hand on his hip to support himself with the reins in hand, and then is basically fencing at you. It doesn't work quite so well with a single-edged, not particularly well-pointed saber sort of deal. A lot of the time he's like, he hits you in the head, but it's with the blunt edge of the weapon, and you're just like, momentarily distracting flash in my eyes from blunt trauma damage, but nothing lasting. You return the favor by giving him a couple of little cuts.
Can Sir Drayron make a horsemanship check for me?
Let me double check to make sure that his size is... Oh, yes, of course, his size is less than 20. He's not a Kimrickian man. That is a failure.
Can I squire him?
Yes, you can attempt to put him in a Pokeball. Bump, 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 bump. You have to tap B! You have to tap B, Spoon! Why are you tapping B?
I got him.
Okay, you got him. You drag him away. Okay. You've captured Sir Drayron, Man of Orkney. He falls off his horse. Your squire falls on top of him with a net and a bag, and he goes, "This isn't very honorable at all, sir!" And then your squire leads him away to the heralds, where he spends the time complaining loudly. Obviously, he's actually speaking a northern language, but we have pan-universal language understanding in this campaign. And he's complaining to the heralds nonstop about being netted by a squire, while a ransom broker nearby is just like, "Yes, good. Tell me more about your estates, sir. I need to know exactly how much you're worth."
Mm-hmm.
Followers Fates at a -5.
Yeah, this could be a rough one.
You worried about fumbling this?
Nope. Success.
Great. You are under 15 knights, and so this is a single knight wounded, bringing you down to 13 remaining knights. Very well, sir. If I might have your 3d6.
Right up. Another 7.
Very well. This will indeed be the final round of the first half of this battle. A battle roll, if you would, please.
Still at -5, right? Because of the
Yes,
events.
because you have a -5 on that bad boy.
Success there.
Yep. I'm guessing you are going to engage against Lennox Love's Lancers. Another set of knights, but they are wearing the most modern armor of the era and are led by Sir Renfrey of Haddington. They are extremely skilled, large, and relatively well-to-do knights. Would anyone like to engage with Sir Renfrey of Haddington in a duel?
I would love to engage with Sir Renfrey of Haddington in a duel.
Very well. These men are going to use their swords. They sword well. All of those are successes.
I have a more successful success.
I have a less successful success.
James
Ooh,
has
I think I
successful
tie.
success.
We tie, I think.
Yes, and that is sword on sword. So that's
Sword
not
on
going
sword.
anywhere.
So we clash.
Nothing happens. The
22
you and
damage.
Sir Renfrey end up in a heated rivalry. The two of your swords, your horses are pointed opposite directions. You're next to each other. And then there's like a really tense moment as you both lean in towards each other and look at each other through the helms. Your blades are locked and he goes, "Arr."
And then as we like push back, there's sparks.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Somewhere
You break the
nearby, Merlin
break that saber lock.
is creating a new podcast idea based on what just happened here.
Some herald is up on the hill going like, oh my God, I'm going to write this fan fiction.
Glimo, you owe me damage? Oh, yes.
22.
You have already owed me damage. You've pre-owed the damage. And then I owe James 5d6 worth of damage.
You also owe me a horsemanship roll.
What are you? Kendric?
What
That
the
is a
hell happened
success.
there?
9
Okay.
damage. Dame Blodwyn, you get hit with the sword while riding past this guy, and his wrist breaks in the process. I don't mean like literally breaks. I mean like, you know, like he's not holding his sword well. He goes, ah! And he like wrenches his wrist. The sword just slides along your armor, and you're like, oof. Yikes,
Yeah.
somebody needs to...
He looks around to say someone saw that.
Everyone saw that and heard his cry of pain as well. That's going to turn out to be that's going to be like a lasting wound. 20 years later, he's going to be like, I remember the time Dame Blodwyn broke my wrist in the fields of Carlion.
It still hurts every time it rains.
I can tell it's going to... He knows it's going to rain because his
yes,
wrist
'cause it
hurts.
hurts.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have that same thing with my knee. All right, let's see here. So that was a partial for James. Success. Okay, so everybody just gets 60 for this round. Followers' fates at a -5.
Yep.
Fumble. Nope, not a fumble.
Success.
All right. Indeed, this time you have a knight die. I need you to select a follower out of your fate. You have died. And another one is wounded.
Hey. Just because we're low enough that it becomes
Yeah, I'm
death.
just going to call it that.
Okay.
So... I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 11 knights remaining. Who's dying?
It should be 12.
One wounded, one died this round. Last round you
Oh,
had
one wounded, one died. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So let me open my family tree here. Who's the oldest?
You.
No. I'm gonna go with my cousin. Sir Idval.
Damn. Ruining the family tree.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I've put a break in the battle here to remind me to go back over here. King Lot was mesmerized by Merlin's glamour this morning, but he frees himself at last and assembles his army against Arthur. He realizes he is too late to help his ally, Sir Nero, but throws himself into the fight, fueled by his hatred against Arthur. This next part of the battle will last 4 rounds. Arthur outnumbers his foe for a +5. His army is tired for a -5, and his army has already been victorious for a +5. First round is a normal round of combat. There is a reshuffling of the army as Nero's army runs away. Lot's army comes in, and from out of nowhere, RKOing, King Pellinor rides up next to Arthur with fresh knights and footmen and joins the battle with his brother as well. Many wounded join the flanks of the battle, knowing how desperate this is. This battle has been billeted as the end. This is the last group of rebels if it can be defeated, and now that King Lot has joined, it is desperate because he is the better commander by far. You are facing off against sergeants who are not random peasants, but they are also not knights. They are called the Men of Lothian, and they bear a standard which includes the emblem of King Lot upon it, on top of being a dark green castle. They are riding rouncies, and they have yesterwar's armor and armaments, including swords. They have no one of note leading them.
Would passions carry over or no?
Yes, passions. It's still the same battle, more or less.
Okay, still the same battle. We're
Still the
just
same
it's
battle.
like okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a brief stop for you to not shit yourself and get some water. You, of course, all briefly shit with the king, as is well known. It's the custom of the time. And everybody just shits together all at once. I would normally tell Spoon to roll 3d6, but I'm thinking maybe we take the halftime here, and when we come back, I would like all of us to have, except for me, because I came up with the concept, I'd like all of us to have a post-break thought about what subjects they thought Lot and Merlin discussed on their podcast. Just as a reminder, Merlin is investigating rumors that he killed Lot's latest son. And yet the two men are sitting down across the table from each other, discussing history. We'll see you when we return from the halftime break. Hey friends, we're back. James just said something absolutely crazy. Before we get back into the battle, I do want to ask, because this is the show where people disagree with me on rules mechanics, we might as well get it out in the open. How do you guys feel about me pre-rolling all of your opponents for today and then giving them names and unit types and all of that shit?
I think it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
good,
give
yeah.
it a double thumbs up. Yeah.
That's what I do with my Pendragon game, or did in my Pendragon game. So yeah, I agree with it
absolutely find
wholeheartedly.
out, if you go back through the dice log, all of them I rolled. Obviously, the first 6 were dog shit. It was just like infantry, archer, bad knight, and I'm like,
I did appreciate we kept with our theme. That's been the theme of all of our battles in the Boy King era. It's literally us just beating the shit out of people.
I believe I am here to ask you to make a 3d6 roll before we make this battle roll here, sir.
Sure.
If you could just get 3 1s real quick, that would be great.
Close.
A 5. -10 to your battle roll. A surge of enemy knights on the battlefield. King Lot sees you, and he goes, "That's the fucking one. That's the one who's been holding my son out of combat. For Gawain!" I will note that if you get a critical success, the enemy has changed. Sir Nero has been changed off. The new enemies you will face off with are Gawain, Agravain, and Gaheris, the 3 elder brothers of King Lot's brood.
Yeah. So this is a -10 battle.
Yes.
Yeah. King Lot saw Kendric and went, "It's Merlin's best friend."
Yeah, that guy loves Merlin. That is still a success.
Oh,
Still
sorry.
a
I was
success.
supposed to ask you guys what you thought Merlin
right.
and King Lot talked about during their podcast.
What is the breakfast of champions for before a battle?
Oh, it can't be a full English breakfast because King Lot doesn't believe in Englishness.
Yes.
Wow.
Scotch eggs, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Merlin would probably put forward the full English breakfast, knowing that England will exist in the future.
My first thought had spoilers, so I'm going to save it to the end of the episode.
Wow. Okay. Kendric?
My first thought was they debated the distance that a Roman legion can march in a day.
Ooh. In what unit of measurement?
Feet?
Melees?
Yeah, melees. Whatever the standard.
There is no standard of the time.
Well, but they would have standards.
Romans definitely have standards. Unfortunately, they apply those standards to pizza. Wow, I gotta get in my jokes while I can. Your battle roll allows you it affords you the chance to engage, disengage, or withdraw to the rear.
Well, this is the first charge, isn't it? So we're gonna.
Nope, it's not first charge. It's because it's just.
We're just
keeping
continuing
it
on.
as you are still in battle versus the Men of Lothian.
Yeah, we will engage.
Great. The Men of Lothian will also engage. They don't have anybody fancy. Let's see how they do.
Are they mounted? Were they mounted sergeants?
Mounted.
Okay.
They are professional soldiers. That is a fumble against Elffin. And then a pair of 2s versus Blodwyn and Kendric.
I'm sorry. I forgot to add my +5 for my impassion, so that would actually be a success.
Great. Kendric gets a critical.
Actually, it would be a crit. It would be a crit because I've got +5, so the threshold would go up to 20, and then 2 would go on top of it, so it would be a crit.
Amazing. Yep. Go ahead.
Uh, 31 points of damage from me.
36.
I need to check and see because he doesn't get his shield. The one facing Elffin,
he's probably dead.
May be in serious trouble. Protect the world from devastation.
Is your base down in 66, Glimo?
Yes.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I have a size of 18 and a strength of 15.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Evil cannot prevail if you don't put your health first, gentlemen.
I mean, Elffin spent a lot of his formative years at Pitton, and we feed him good over at Pitton.
Glimo, you actually outright kill your opponent. Sir Elffin defeats a Man of Lothian in straight combat, giving us a rare kill here.
I think that's 3 kills for me.
I will need a squire roll from Kendric.
Same. Success.
You capture a Man of Lothian. No one's going to pay for this man, unfortunately, but...
This guy I might have a use for. I might recruit him into the Bright Lance.
Follower's Fates at a -10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? This could be disastrous as well.
That's a failure.
That is a failure. 50% losses.
Okay.
Please select a family member that you have brought here to be captured.
Okay.
Another one will die.
1 killed. Captured.
2 more are going to get wounded, meaning you are down to 7 knights on the battlefield.
And as far for the one captured, I'm gonna have it be Sir Paul, my vassal knight.
Very well.
And then we will go Kerwin. Sir Kerwin will be my eyes.
Charming, really? A man of your talents? Brutal. 3d6, please. You will be facing off, unless events take us elsewhere, against Strathclyde's Sabers, Penton's Detachment. 15 is a pretty damn good roll, good sir. Pretty damn good. That is, it's not triple fives. You get +5 as the entire enemy force begins pulling away from your force. Please make a battle roll. You may engage, disengage, withdraw, or seek a special melee event.
Ooh.
Don't get us killed, don't get yourself killed.
Yeah. One, because I'm thinking the special melee event, it would be against one of the Orkney brothers who...
It will be against the Orkney brothers on a 16+. On a
16+. I think we'll just engage. I like the sound of Strathclyde Sabers, Pendleton's Detachment.
Very well. They are led by Banneret Wesley Wright of Northern Cumbria, bearing upon him the flag of Penton, which means that you are finally facing off against someone of equal rank to you.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Would you like to duel him?
I would love to duel this dude.
And so we get a +5 to all weapons rolls because of his from the crit battle. Is that what you said?
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
You can only lose.
It can only hurt us.
I mean, if he seek a special event on
that could have gotten us
11 to 15, you do get a weapons bonus, but
okay.
you know, that would also put you at risk of facing off against Gawain and the crew. These are rich knights on chargers with modern armor with great skill. They are huge men as well. Let's see how we do here. That is a success, and a crit on Kendric on behalf of Sir.
Oof. Yeah.
So that's a partial for me. He.
Oh, so close.
Kendric, this could be quite bad for you.
Yeah. Or good. If
for a man
you know,
seeking
if you
death
pick it up,
desperately, sure, maybe.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
Well, I guess let's save the roll against you for last.
Sure.
But does that mean all of these are successful against all of you? I believe
Yes.
so. So this is against Blodwyn. Takes 28.
Oh, it's a big hit.
Wow.
That is a big hit.
So I think that I have 18, so I take 10 from that.
Checking for the horse.
It's an automatic knockdown.
Wow.
So I take it for the
horse.
D6.
Very well.
Take it for the 5.
Do I get to check to see if I get to squire you? Is that a thing?
I mean, I think normally you roll for your own squire to see if your squire brings you another horse, basically.
Ah, very well. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you are not captured. Attack on Sir Elffin. 23.
Okay, I take 2.
Wow. Do you have armor of chivalry? Is that what's...
I do.
Yeah, okay. Boone, are you ready?
Let's do it, baby.
You want to call your wife first? Pray God, baby?
I stay on my horse.
Okay. 12d6. 49 damage.
This could do it, boys. This could do it.
You might get Yu-Gi-Oh! Exodian right here.
All right, so that's 49. I have 18 armor. It's definitely
31.
I don't think it's a hang on, let me check the wounds.
Yeah.
Because I'm untouched, so I'm technically at 1 hit point, which I think just makes me unconscious.
Wesley Wright of Penton collides with you. His sword slides through your shattering armor. In one side, out the other. He pulls you off your horse in the process, and then his sword is stuck in you as your body falls onto the ground. And he's screaming, for Penton and Cumbria!
Okay, so it's not a mortal wound, it is a major wound, though.
Okay.
So that is 31 from that. So check the surgery needed box. I will then take
And aging.
because I think so. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Yeah.
On a 1, I stay
Yeah.
conscious. Okay, I'm unconscious.
The last thing you remember
yeah.
of this battle is looking up at the sky, reaching down to just above your liver, and adjusting the sword that's pushing through your body.
Yeah.
And then you knock yourself unconscious from the pain.
Yep. And then I roll a d6. A 5. I think that's.
If it's size, he hits you so hard you Mario mushroom.
So 5 is
App.
another scar to add to the.
A grisly chest scar just below the ribs.
And then
Somewhere out there, your wife is having a heart attack knowing that all of her previous paramours all died in battle.
so he's I'm unconscious.
I think you need to make a squire
So
roll.
Wire roll to get you out of here.
Yeah.
I want you to fail.
So that I'm actually because I automatically fall off my horse.
Yeah.
I take another 5 points of damage, so I'm actually at -4.
Yeah? How bad is that? Really bad?
It's not great.
It requires a crit roll on a first aid to bring you back.
Yeah, I think this will probably kill me.
They'll have to get a crit and then roll 2 3s on 2d3.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, I'm this is probably
Surgery give more hit points than first aid.
Well, yeah, so surgery is required to surgery required, yes, but effectively this is just a roll to save your life.
Oh, okay.
So effectively a successful roll gives you back D3, and you have to end it at least 1, but a crit roll gives you 2d3.
Odgard does get me onto a horse and out of the battle.
Okay. I am going to ask you to roll versus an 18. See if you can get first aided. It sounds like anything less than a crit here is going to leave you dead.
That is a 3. So I think Kendric is going to die of his wounds
in the
here.
saddle. That is the end of Kendric. He perishes of his wounds riding away from battle.
Yeah.
Having taken a hit from the very well regarded Wesley Wright of Penton. I am still going to ask you for a follower's fates roll.
Sure.
You still have your plus
5
to this.
That is a critical.
Very well. You will get rich knights from this particular. So you have enough to take 2 knights home. These are landed knights who will be worth 18. Don't worry about it too much. You're too dead to think about it.
Tathan's here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Tathan in a second.
Yeah.
Who is the highest glory out of all of you now? Because that's the new battle commander.
I am 7845.
Note that Tathan does get his father's death glory right now, right?
6,387.
No, Tathan gets. If Tathan's a knight, he got 1/10 of his father's glory at the time he was knighted.
I see. Yes. Very well.
So
I've got.
what was yours, Glimo?
6,387.
Oh shit! I've got a battle score of 2.
I mean, you concede to me.
Yeah,
I think we've when this has happened before, it's been accepted that Elffin is the next in line for command.
Yeah,
Well.
I know the four. I know the 4 Ds, and one of them is delegate.
Sir Elffin, I will ask you. Well, first off, I'm curious about any, like Tathan's reaction to literally watching his father die right in front of him. Well, I guess no, he wouldn't, because you think he rode away to the back screen.
Yeah. Let's put whether Kendric is fully dead right now on the table, so I can have a death scene later with my son.
Later with your son? No, I don't like that. I like that he rides off and he dies on the horse, right? And then maybe can we have Tathan rides to go find his father after the battle?
Yeah.
And his dead body is on the horse, and he just died in the rains.
I don't even get any last words.
Let's have them now. Let's have your last words, knowing that you're barely conscious. You're in the EA war game. Press X to stay alive. Tap. Everything's gray around you, and you hear shouting kind of mumbly from afar. You're looking around.
So I think he feels someone. I don't even know if he knows it's Tathan, but he feels someone grab his shoulder, and he says, "Guard the axe. Hold the line. Serve the king." And then his last words are, "A knight is," and then he fades off and dies.
Wow. And we see that it's your squire that you're talking to. But as your squire he slaps the back of your horse and sends you riding off, a herald nearby goes, "Those were great last words. A knight is, period." Knight is. Kendric.
Yes.
You wake up.
Sure.
You're somewhere else.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know where I am.
We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Blodwyn, Elffin, your reactions to Kendric. I mean, no one knows he's dead yet, but he is dead. He is an old man. Yeah, he's an old man. He is grievously wounded, and I think the people nearby, like the guy who applied first aid, was like, "This guy's dead." I know it seems like he's alive.
For the honor of
he's
Kendric.
Dead. Sorry?
Wait, Elffin just screams out, like, "We ride for the honor of Kendric."
Papa! Great.
Here's my
3d6, please.
3d6.
7.
That is a 7.
Horrible. -5. Player battalion surrounded. Like, I have great news for you now that you're surrounded. Your next opponent is Banneret Wesley Wright of North Cumbria, Flag of Pitton of Strathclyde Sabres Penton's Division. Detachment,
Awesome.
sorry.
Awesome. Can I...
You have already impassioned.
Okay.
On Spear. I will need a battle roll.
Right. I was... Okay, yep, fine. Battle. Success.
Glimo, in the words of Rick Astley, you know the rules, and so do I. Actually, I don't know the rules and often have to look them up, but that one I'm sure of, that you can't have multiple passions. A 6 is going to allow you to engage, disengage, or withdraw to the rear.
Engage.
Very well. Would anyone like to duel Banneret Wesley Wright of Northern Cumbria, Flag of Pitton?
I choose not to.
That's pretty wise.
I will see if Tathan wants it.
I mean, Tathan definitely wants it, but I think you would have to turn it down first because you have higher glory than me.
Elffin will give the significant PC glance that if Tathan wants it, Tathan can have it.
Wait, I want to imagine the sun is setting in the background. The day grows late. The horses are fucking exhausted, and it's cold because you're in southern England, right? Mist is coming out, or steam is coming out of the horses as they snort. Everyone is fucking tired. They're covered in blood. you've got the Hollywood mud paint on your face to indicate you've been fighting for a while. Tathan, you look fresh to the battle and glorious. You're very for the light paladin moment here as you step in. The horses are moving in slow motion. Elffin gives you a significant PC glance. You begin picking up speed. So does Wesley Wright as the two of you lead 2 flying Vs towards each other and clash. Cool. This guy crits and kills Tathan as well and just ends the main bloodline. That is not a crit anywhere on this, but those are hit, and hit.
Hey, actually beat one.
All right. Well, he hits me.
Indeed.
I'm gonna impassion love of family.
Of course.
Success.
That seems pretty successful. It's got to beat an 11. How hard could it be?
Critical.
Great. Cool. The funny part would be you then killing this man.
Yeah, right?
Just 2 old men being carted off. All right, so let's see here. I believe I owe it 266s. This is to Blodwyn for 24.
No, Blood.
I beat him.
Sorry, did you hit over him? Very
Yeah,
well.
I did. He got a 4. I got a 9.
Then who did I hit?
You hit me.
It was Glimo. All right, you take 24.
Okay, so that's 3.
Unbelievable.
38 points of damage.
You scratch the armor, James. 38 points of damage will not be anywhere near enough to kill this guy. Let's see.
I fall off the horse.
This guy also falls off his horse. I believe you
take
both
1 damage.
6 of additional damage. Takes a lot of damage. Would you like to try to squire capture him?
I would.
Great.
Success.
Great. You have captured a banneret.
My squire gets me back on my horse.
As this part of the battle rounds out, King Lot and King Pellinor clash with mighty blows that strew gobbets of blood about. Armor and flesh are cast about the battlefield. 2 mighty heroes fight until at last Pellinor strikes Lot dead, cleaving him from skull to teeth. The rebels are stunned for a moment and either surrender on the spot or turn and flee. Arthur's army gains +5 modifier to unit battle rolls going forward, and next round you may choose to not engage or enter into a pursuit. You get followers' fates with a +5, and then what was your 3d6 was a -5, so you have a normal roll on followers' fates.
Success.
2 more knights will be, or sorry, 1 more knight will be wounded among Spoon's number.
Okay.
Down to 6 knights left. Would you like to initiate the pursuit phase?
Is my only other option to withdraw?
I mean, withdrawing in this case is just remaining in place and celebrating your victory.
Do you want 60 more honor and a chance of death?
There is a non-zero chance that you can die on pursuit.
Yeah.
I think we will lick our wounds.
Very well. Little math here. The easy part is saying Tathan gets 120 glory for this battle. And then before he goes out, your boy gets 840 glory. Blodwyn gets 600 glory. Elffin gets 780 glory. Sir Kerwin has been captured, and in recognition of your father's passing honorably on the battlefield, he is returned to you with the offer of an exchange of a favor.
The banneret is returned.
No, your vassal, or sorry, your Kerwin is your
Oh, you mean Sir Paul? Sir Paul was the one that got captured.
I thought Kerwin was the one that got captured.
No, Kerwin got killed.
Sir Paul is returned with no cost in exchange for a favor for the leader of the Lord of Red Douglas.
Okay.
Let's see what else here. You have captured 2 landed vassals that will let you 36 pounds on the ransom.
Okay.
And then Wesley Wright of Northern Cumbria, Flag of Penton, is worth 150 pounds.
And then what about Sir Drayron, Man of Orkney?
Didn't he die?
No, I captured him.
Oh, yes, I see. I did bold his name. You did capture him. He is worth whatever a normal knight is, which is 12 pounds. Now, we are getting some of that mixed up because the 36 is meant to be split among your entire unit, right? Because that was a follower's fates thing. Your whole unit worked together for that. Drayron and Wesley Wright are both your personal captures.
So we'll say 1 Libra to each of the knights that I brought, and then we'll keep the remaining 16.
Okay. Well, Blodwyn and Elffin are also part of your warband.
Okay, so I'll keep the remaining 14.
Very well. Elffin, Blodwyn, you get a penny for your thoughts.
Well, there will be more to come for that, because I'm not just going to keep all 150 for the banneret to myself.
Very well. That's Tathan's choice. I would like to give Tathan a chance to go see his father's dead body, discovered in the joy of a fervent victory, in the moment of his triumph at having dispatched the man who struck his father. You ride back into camp where celebrations are beginning at the overwhelming victory here. Specifically, Pelinor's dispatching of King Lot is like the absolute... There is no one to replace that man as like a central leadership figure. There are enough dead here, and with Lot gone, that's it. Especially with Gawain having sworn himself to Arthur's service, and now that he's inheriting the Kingdom of the North, and potentially Arthur's heir as well, this is a unified island now. One king, one island, one people. Tell me of Tathan's story as he goes to see his father one last time.
I think he rides into camp. And I think Odgar, his father's squire, has basically like laid him out on the top with his sword over his chest. And I think Tathan's probably a little confused as he rides up and like walks over to him, and as he approaches, there's that feeling where like you can tell when someone is not alive, and they're not sleeping, they're not alive. And his step falters slightly, and he drops down to his knees next to his father's bed. I don't know that he says anything. I think he just cries.
Several minutes later, a man walks into the tent, puts a hand on your shoulder. I want to assume that you're crying like on your knees next to your father. This guy,
Yeah, probably like with a hand like up on him.
Yeah, and says, "A night is." And then hands you a sheet of paper that includes your father's final words. Because he had multiple final words, but the last thing he says is, "A night is."
A night is.
Period, rather than ellipses.
Yeah.
Nathan, how do you feel about knowing, as your father literally rode off to death, his last thought was, "A night is"? It's a profound statement if you think about it a lot, like a whole lot. Yeah. Not just like a little. If you think about it a lot.
Well, I think like this is what this is what Kendric has been thinking about for the past like 15 years when he's been chasing down the old code.
Yeah,
because this is what is engraved in the monoliths out in the forest behind Pitton. Is like all of them are, a knight is valorous, a knight is I don't know that I'll be able to step out of his shadow, but I can try.
The herald nods to you, leaves the room, and then records your words for posterity as well. When he's out of sight of you. It's on a paper called Twilight of the Bloodline. Do Pitton in the Downs? Shadow of Twilight. A man who cannot live up to his father's legacy. Yes, this is the start of the tale of Sir Tathan of Pitton. Fantastic. All right, let me see what I got here on this list of things that happens after the battle. Each of you receives 3 chargers and 3 palfreys and 8 pounds of goods. Those horses are big money, I think.
Yeah, so 3 chargers.
Are you counting because with what was, because we won the second battle, right? Was it decisive?
It's just one battle altogether, decisive victory.
Okay, so then we should be getting dub times 2.
Very well.
Glory.
Sure.
Sorry, so does that mean that our numbers doubled?
Double, yes.
Yes.
That's going to be fun.
Arthur orders a magnificent tomb erected to cover the graves of the 12 enemy kings slain here. He takes his remaining army and marches northward, seizing the possessions and lands of all who opposed him. Norgales falls, as does Lothian. Arthur seizes the lands of the dead kings, and their strong points are occupied by his army. At Christmas Court this year, you find people saying, "Let us pray that this is the last of the forbidding battles. Certainly the Virgin of Battles has been with us, but for the sake of the commons, our farms, and especially our wives, let us drink to this being the end of the fighting." Any closing thoughts on 5.13? I doubt that we have the time to speed run end of year, but we could certainly do end of year on the next episode and open up into 5.14, which will certainly be a year of peace. There will never be wars again now that the land is united.
I think there's a scene that we could do.
Oh.
At the because Kendric is dead now.
All right. We cut back to the Order of the Axe Lodge, where Gwent has taken Kendric's seat as the oldest member of the Order of the Axe, the only original member left, the only one who has an OG patch on his cloak. What did you want to do with this scene before I tell you what Gwent wants to do with this scene?
I mean, I think this is the scene to decide the leadership.
Okay.
Because Kendric didn't get a chance to implement his vision.
Gwent sits, and then gestures for everybody else to sit as well. Soon, I will be leaving us. I am fated to do so. At that time, new leadership will be needed here. Everyone stares at each other silently, awkwardly. Sorry?
Can you say where you're going?
Yes. I am traveling with Merlin to a place far away from here. In the lands of Kandurus. I will not return.
Wait, Kandurus? I thought you said it was Kyrgyzstan last time.
He's a king from Kyrgyzstan.
I see.
And he goes to the lands of Kandurus.
I see.
In the name of the Zakarum. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I will leave and I will be gone. I will not return, and I have divided up my mortal possessions among my many bastards. And I understand that Elffin has taken my cursed sword and turned it into a relic of his line, for which I am grateful that he might bear it, stained with my blood and my magic as it is. I never thought that I would sit at the head of this table. These lands are Pitton lands. Kendric ordered the construction of both this lodge and the Order of the Axe himself. And it is only he who has communicated through the axe magically with the King of Somerset. I would put forth that the Order of the Axe should therefore remain in the command of the line of Pitton. If that is not glorious enough for any of you, I would remind you that Kendric was of a line, meaning that Tathan is also of the line of the male heirs of King Lucius.
I have no issue. I don't seek to lead.
Go ahead, Tathan.
I would say that my father was not alone in founding this order. And he looks at Blodwyn and Elffin, says, your families were also members who founded this brotherhood. I would suggest that future leaders be nominated from one of these three lines and be chosen on their merits.
Not my line?
Well, yes, of course, Gwent, but
you mean four lines, right? The original four members.
Yes, of course.
I, Gwent, who was a squire of these knights.
Well, so you were the first new member, Sir Gwent.
Yes.
To be counted among the founders. But you sit on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master. Sorry.
You want to take over my part of the show as well? It's like, is you going to steal my jokes and all my bits? Go ahead.
The three founders, the leader of the Axe should come from their lines. I also propose, because we have been entrusted with this sacred treasure from the King of Somerset, that we create a position for the Pitton line, and that they are the champions of the Axe, and that the Axe remains here safeguarded no matter who leads the order. And I would nominate Sir Elffin in my place. He is a proven battlefield commander and has taken over from my father when he has fallen several times.
You honor me greatly, Tathan. I squired for your father. I feel very close to your family, but I am not of Pitton, and I would not want to usurp your space. That said, I am willing to serve until another eventually takes my place.
Marco's great. He stands up and starts pouring fine wine for all of you. Everyone can take 10 glory for being here at the passing of the torch. A very somber affair where Gwent was denied the role of Grand Master of the Order. Sorry, how did the Grey Knights do it? You have Grand Masters and Supreme
Yeah, then you have
Grand
the Supreme
Masters?
Grand Master, yeah. Well, it's just one Supreme Grand Master.
Haldor Drago. How is he still alive after 10,000 years? I don't know, man. I don't even know where he is. Cool. Any closing thoughts on this episode in which some very serious and big things happened? Also, Kendric, what are you doing with that 150? I remember you said maybe it wasn't all going to you.
Yeah, so I think
that's big money.
Sir Tathan will. I mean, he knows Sir Blodwyn doesn't need the money, or Dame Blodwyn doesn't need the money, but he's gonna split off 25 each and give 25 to Dame Blodwyn and 25 to Sir Elffin as gifts in memory of his father.
Very well.
And I think at the end of the passing of the torch, so there's a set of like miniature kind of shields on the wall of all of the heraldries of the members, and with like nameplates and things like that. And Owain, Harad, Hebe all have like black sashes draped over them, and Ethan goes up and puts the black sash over his father's shield to indicate that he has fallen in service to the axe.
Are we good for next week?
Yes.
Full episode next week with an end of year. How crazy.
No, I'm not here next week.
Wave off.
Can do 25th a full episode though.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Unclear on my part. You guys know how travel is nowadays. Oh, wow. King Palinor is still just showing up every once in a while, absolutely breaking a man in half once again, and then leaving the story for a few years, then showing back up again, destroying somebody. Such an absolute legend that he got remembered as a legend. All right. That's it. I'm calling it.
I was really hoping. I mean, I'm glad he's finally dead.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to maybe hang on for one more year. Just to be one of
Roundtable
It's
nights.
514 is a big
Damn.
big times.
Damn. Imagine getting obliterated and watch Tathan not qualify.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
I
be
mean,
awful?
he won't. His glory's not high enough.
Oh no.
What do you need?
I think you have to be like 8,000. You have to be higher than 8,000. Like Kendric would have qualified for sure, probably. I mean, it's up to Arthur really, but
Could happen.
he was definitely he would have been a second interview candidate for sure.
You're gonna tell me how I'm running my interview processes? Listen,
No,
we do at least
I'm just saying, he
8
fits.
rounds, and you better get that fucking resume in AI tip-top shape because you're not gonna see an interviewer until the 3rd round.
Sure, it's all going to be combed through by AI looking for buzzwords.
Yeah, and your metadata better have ducks in a row. Is all I'm saying. That's it. I declare this group disbanded. Have a good time zone, folks at home.